Hi, y'all.
Hey.
Happy holidays.
Almost.
A couple weeks. We're here to make our verses video. So we're going to be going over this little gem. Blackberry Smoke, the Whippoorwill. And this is my copy. Of course, I don't think you have this, do you?
Not on vinyl, I have the CD. I bought that for you.
Yes, you did. This was a gift from Branton for my birthday a couple years ago. There's a picture of the band. This is just telling where it was produced, where it was recorded, and so forth. The vinyl for this is a lovely white. It's like a snow white too. It's like pasty white.
Snow White plays on there?
Uh-huh. And Seven Dwarf too. And there's the labels.
Simba too.
Yeah. Simba.
Simba's on there too.
Mm-hmm. The whole Disney cast.
Oh.
So, Blackberry Smoke is a, I'd call them Southern rock. Very similar, but not like Leonard Skinner. Wouldn't you say? Yeah. So, this happens to be one of my favorite recordings by them. So I love everything about this record. I love the packaging. I love the fact that it's white vinyl. I love the songs on here. I love the way they sound. I love everything about this record. There's nothing I don't like about this record. It's a live record.
No, it's not.
Well, it is recorded live at different places.
Not that one.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't. That's Leave a Scar.
No, honey. It is recorded different places.
But it's not live. You said it was live.
Well, it is live.
In the studio.
No.
That's not a live album. You can tell.
You want me to play it for you?
Play
It has
it.
an audience.
Play it.
Oh my goodness. He must not have done his homework.
No. Leave a Scar is the double live album.
Okay.
This is their
Here.
studio album, one of their studio albums.
There are songs that are recorded on the studio in the studio on here, but there are live songs on here as well.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there are. Anyway, so I really like this record. I'm gonna let him talk while I'm getting this started. Go ahead.
Well, I'm trying to think how we ran across Blackberry Smoke originally.
Let me see this.
Do you remember?
You introduced me to them, so...
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to think of, where I heard them first. I think I was on YouTube, actually, which is where we are now. And, or where we will be here. You know what I'm saying. And I think I ran across some of their stuff, not from this album, because this album hadn't been out yet. Some of their previous albums or demos, I'm not sure what it was. And so then I got on Amazon and looked, and I guess those albums were very limited because they were very expensive. And I think it was even CDs that I was looking at that was pretty high. So then when this came out, I think that's the first available thing that we had that was affordable. So that's why I bought the CD when it came out, and then let her hear the band and so on and so forth. What song are you playing first?
I'm just playing. This is what they sound like, if you can hear that.
Can't play too much of it.
I'm gonna turn it up so you can hear the vocal, and then I'll turn it down. So.
I ain't never been to prison, but I probably should have gone. Cause I broke the law 12 dozen times, but I never did get caught. I'm a different kind of daredevil than a lot of folks I know. But I still want to
I'm not. I'm turning it down.
So
Anyway, so that is what they sound like. So off of this record, there's like so many songs that I like on here.
So I think something else before you say too much more. I think that we watched that live concert recording on YouTube of them in, I don't know exactly where, and they did some of these songs in that because it had like a documentary in between where they were talking to the different members of the band, and they would play a song or two and from that concert and back and forth. And that's where I first heard some of these songs, because I don't know if we had the album yet or not. I can't remember.
I don't think we did. I do remember watching that concert footage.
Mm-hmm. Because one of the songs that I like, one of the first ones I heard, which is on that live one, is not on here, is, I can't even think of the name of that one now. But anyway, it's not on this album, so we're not reviewing it.
My favorite song, I like so many songs off this record, but I have to say the Whippoorwill was recorded about his grandmother. And when I listen to that song, it reminds me of my grandparents. So I'd have to say that's probably my favorite song on here, but I'd have to say Pretty Little Lie and Sleeping Dogs come very, very close to taking first place. But I like every song on here. There's no song I don't like on here.
Well, the way I feel about it is, I mean, I think the Whippoorwill is a standout track, but I just have to be, like, if I'm in the mood to listen to this band, say if I pick an album to listen to for a specific reason or just this band in general, I'll just put it on random and just whatever comes up, and I'll listen to it until I'm, okay, let's listen to something else. But I do that with a lot of bands. Once in a while I'll go to a specific song of theirs, but it's usually that song that I can't think of. I don't know what the name of it is. I don't have my phone on me, but I'll look it up. But so yeah, I just take this album as a whole. But
what made you like them when you first listened to them?
Well, at first, my very first impression, because I hadn't seen them yet, my first impression was, oh, they're just trying to sound like Lynyrd Skynyrd.
Right.
That's what I thought, because they just automatically do.
Right. They do sound a lot like Lynyrd Skynyrd.
And we just had this conversation yesterday about other bands, that I just thought that they were forcing it to get an audience of that type of audience, because I know classic rock's popular now, blah, blah, blah. But then after I seen the interviews and watched the concert footage and listened to them a little bit more, then I realized that they lived it. They were born in southern, I'm not sure where.
I think they're from the Carolinas. I could be wrong.
So, then I realized, okay, because I'm Mr. Skeptical all the time. So I have to be proven a lot of times, or all the time, I guess. So once I realized they were genuine, then it hit me a different way, and it's like, okay, now I'm a fan. It's okay to be a fan now, in my opinion. But what was the question? Or did I answer?
You answered. So I think for me, I've said this 1,000 times on my channel, I'm such a lyricist. a lyricist. A lyric test.
Lyricist. Lyricist. That means you write lyrics.
Yes.
You write lyrics?
I do write lyrics sometimes.
Nice.
Thanks. I just really listen to lyrics. And if an artist has good lyrics in their songs, we had this conversation last night as well,
Right.
That's what captures me. Then I go to the music. Then I go to the visual. But the first, it's the lyrics. And that's just how I've always been when it comes to music.
And a side note based on that, and I've told you this, I've listened to music for years and years, whenever. And there's songs that I've heard for my whole life, basically, whenever I discovered them or heard them the first time on the radio, whatever it was, and don't know the words. So, I get up with Santa Claus here, and I guess it'd be Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus, thank you.
And realize that she's all about lyrics, and it made me pay attention to lyrics. So now every time I hear a song, you sort of should be paying attention to that anyway, but my personality is just like, I didn't pay attention in school, so I don't pay attention to a lot of things. So music, you would think, would be the exception, but in this case, it wasn't. There's songs that I know every word to, and there's songs, bands that I can, appreciate the lyrics and know the lyrics more, but overall I didn't pay attention much. I just took it for the sound of the music or the sound of the song, and so now I pay attention to lyrics a lot more, and I find myself realizing, wow, that's the words to that song. I never knew that, and it's right there. Some lyrics are harder to decipher, depending on, of course, some of the music I listen to. You have to have a lyric sheet.
Some of the music he listens to, you would never be able to decipher what they're saying.
Yeah, but then there's other stuff I just would, like Zeppelin, for example. I always use Zeppelin. There's Zeppelin songs I've known my whole life and didn't know the words to. And I remember that conversation with, I had like if you want to call it a band, we were trying to start a band. This was the last incarnation of a band that we were trying to start. And I told one of the guys he wanted to do some Zeppelin songs, and he suggested this song or that song, and I said, well, I really don't know a lot of the words to the Zeppelin songs. He said, how old are you? I said, I know, I should know all of them. I said, but I just don't, and that was my first realization of, how do I not know the lyrics to those songs? Granted, some bands I listened to more than I did Zeppelin, but hearing them on the radio constantly growing up in the 70s, and even 80s, listening to classic rock radio, I would have thought, why wouldn't I know the lyrics? You know the lyrics to like Whole Lotta Love, Stairway to Heaven, some of that, but some of the other stuff I didn't know the lyrics to, so back to you. Can't say I didn't talk in this one, can you? Blabbermouth.
Well, for me, I'm such a lyricist. I cannot say that word today.
It's that word.
That it's
Maybe tomorrow you'll be able to say it.
He teases me. He says, every word to every song.
Seemingly. And she knows songs that she shouldn't even know. It's like, how do you know that?
I just have I pick lyrics up so quickly. And
seriously, she has her, I've played a song for her she's never heard before. The next time that I play it, or the next time she hears it, she's singing along. It's like, what'd you do, write the song? How do you know this? Because like I said, I'm the other way around, so it takes me quite a while to...
I've just trained my ear, is basically what it is. I've just trained my ear. It's just my interest.
But I have actually Googled or got out the lyric sheet when I was curious. Mm-hmm. Not just recently, but I have actually done that in the past. It's just been few and far between. To read the lyrics, and then once you read the lyrics, it's like, first of all, the song that comes to mind is that Pat Benatar song, We Belong.
I love that song.
I always loved the song, but I never knew what she was saying entirely throughout the song. So I Googled the lyrics, and I was reading the lyrics along with playing the song. It's like, then it's so clear in your head because there's the words and I hear her singing it. So I've learned a lot of lyrics like that. And of course I still do that. I do it a lot even more now, but
anyway, back to
the
review.
Whippoorwill.
I love the picture on the back of this. If you can see that really. Let's see if I can get you focus on that. It's a baptizel. Looks like it might have been in the early 1900s.
Does it have a place? They don't have a place. Probably on the inside, and let's say where it was from, where the picture was from.
Which is
off the cat hair.
So cool. I love those old photographs. First of all,
that's all it says.
It says back cover photo is dust to digital, whatever that means.
Just
maybe the company who owns the
Doesn't
photo.
say
I don't know. But anyway, I just love I love old photos. First of all, and second of all, it's just so great. It's like all these people are standing around waiting to be baptized, and all these people are up on the bank watching.
I was baptized in, there's a river here called Mad River. I was baptized in the wintertime, and they had to, I'm not kidding around, they had to cut the snow and the ice out of the water.
What were they trying to do, kill you?
Well, they just did that. They didn't care if it was winter or summer. It was the whole premise behind it. It's like, now I think that's sort of like, I really did that. But yeah, we did that.
I was baptized several different times in several different denominations, and we won't go into that because it's a long story. Anyway, let's just say I got my butt covered, okay?
I like the Charlie, the lead singer, Charlie Starr. I think he writes most of the songs.
That's him right there.
I think he writes most of the songs, and if you ever get a chance to watch this documentary that's on YouTube, I guess it's still on there.
I think you can just YouTube Blackberry Smoke, and
it'll come up.
It should come
up.
up.
I think the concert's in South Carolina or somewhere like that. Mm-hmm. But the interview parts of it, or interviews in general with the band members and the lead singer, are very, very interesting, to say the least.
Well, they're good old boys. Let's just put it that way.
Not meaning no harm.
Not meaning no harm. They are down to earth country boys, and their music is completely that way. It's not country, so if you don't like country, don't worry. It's not country. It's southern rock, and it's glorious.
It's actually, I know Lynyrd Skynyrd is still a band of sorts, as far as I think they have one or two original members, maybe not even that many. So I think Blackberry Smoke has actually filled that gap probably better than any other band that's considered a modern rock band. There's other bands that have similar sounds in the past, like the Black Crowes sort of was like that, and there's other groups, but I think Blackberry Smoke is probably the only band that's really 100% true to that sound without trying. Like I said earlier, they're just that way. And I think that, and I can't think of any other band that sounds as southern, that's a current band, that sells out everywhere they go, and that is, nobody else comes to mind.
We actually had made plans to go see Blackberry Smoke this past summer, but they kind of got pushed aside, do I say, because it just so happened that Kiss was the same weekend, so he does not have a Kiss shirt on. He has Mr. Clean shirt on. They was the same weekend. So we decided we much rather go see Kiss. Nothing against Blackberry Smoke, but they are a more current band, and I just kind of figured we'd be able to see them in the future, where we never know what's going to happen with Kiss. So.
Well, and in the summertime, or year long, it seems like with us, there's so many artists that comes around, so many bands, and we have to sort of juggle
Pick
and
and
decide
choose.
based on, finances and when it is in the week. If
And
we
what
have,
else we have going on.
right.
And
So it's like anyone, when you're trying to schedule something. I know she would go to every concert ever if we could.
so would.
But I do think we'd go to more if those other elements wasn't issues or haven't been issues. But yeah, we just went to a concert last night, so she should be good for a few minutes.
Just for a day or two. So I'd say out of 10 spins, I'd definitely give this one a 10. What about you?
Well, at first, I played it quite a bit when I got it because I got the CD first, and I don't really listen to it much now. I mean, I don't really listen to Blackberry Smoke in general that much now. Because, I get on, you've heard me say this in my videos on my channel, I get on a certain kick of whatever, and I'm on that for quite a while, and because I'm an all or nothing type of person for the most part, when I'm on a kick of a specific band or genre, usually it's a genre, then I feel like, okay, well, I can't listen to such and such because it's not cool right now. It's not any less cool than it ever was. It's just that, the mood has to hit me like anything when you're in the mood to listen to certain things. And when I'm with her, when we're out driving around somewhere, it'd be more likely for me to listen to it, to put it on because I know she likes it a lot of times, just to mix it up. But as far as, I don't know how to say if I'd give it 10 spins or if I'd not give it 10 spins based on, are we basing it on how many times I've listened to it in the past?
No.
Are we basing it on, is it something I continuously listen to? It's a go-to band or album? Or
Don't be technical, babe.
Well, I analyze everything,
Yeah.
What are we basing the 10 spins on?
Would you spin it again? How many times
Well,
would you spin it? You would.
I'll go this route. I'll say that if someone out there is not a Blackberry Smoke fan, and I was introducing them, not just necessarily out here, but someone I know, introducing them to Blackberry Smoke, I'd say, try this, listen to this album, Whippoorwill, you'll really like it. So based on that fact, I'd say, yeah, it's a 10-spin record, because anyone that would listen to it for the first time and never have heard the band before would appreciate it and probably be a fan after that.
It's definitely one you want to pick up.
So I'd say 10 spins based on those.
Absolutely.
Things.
Okay, now that that's over, what will we be doing next time? It's your choice.
Oh, crap. I had one picked out on it. What was it?
I don't know. You didn't tell me.
I didn't have a final decision. Oh, God. Keep talking. Say something while I'm thinking.
Something. I hope you guys really do enjoy these videos. We have fun making them. We're a couple of nutcases, if you haven't noticed. Oh, I just totally turned that away from him. I'm so sorry.
It's all right. I'm not doing anything but thinking.
You see the
Talk
smell?
about your other channels.
Oh, so while he's thinking of what we'll be doing, because he forgot to choose, we will go ahead and tell you to please check out our other channels. The Thinker over here has 2 channels, one under his name, Branton Young, and that's his vinyl update channel, where he shows the things that he's been buying recently. Also, he has a podcast with 2 other fine gentlemen, Eli and Chad, and they talk about Kiss. It's quite a hoot to watch, so you might want to check that out, especially if you're a Kiss fan. And even if you're not, You might get a kick out of just watching it. For me, I also have this channel. I also have a channel, Graveyard Shift, 3 words. And that's where I go out and to graveyards and film them and peculiar monuments, gravestones, and such. But in the winter months, while it's so cold, I do think I'm going to be doing something else, even though I am going to make at least one video of a graveyard in snow, just because I think it'd be cool. Literally. But I'm going to be doing something else, so keep your eye out for that on that channel. Did you think something?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So nobody's gonna know who I'm
awful
saying when I say it.
drummer.
It's So next episode of Versus, we're going to review, and I can't think of the album's title. I think anyway, the band is called Negative Land, and I think the album is called Thingamajig. We're going to review that.
He has this smirk on his face, like he can't wait for me to hear this record. See? So
Maybe I should make it spontaneous all the time. You know.
That's what we'll be doing. I don't know this band, so therefore this should be interesting. Coming from him, I'm sure it will be. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. I also make video updates or vinyl updates. And I do need to make one, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I think that's it. I think all business is taken care of. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful holiday. May you all be blessed. Thanks so much for watching. Ho, ho, ho. I'm not talking about me either. Thanks for watching. I will see you soon.